Gayle, a voice as soft as silk, brown eyes that seemed to whisper secrets, and hair so long it became the symbol of an entire era of glittering country pop. For over half a century, she wasn't merely a singer. She was the warmth of Appalachia, the yearning for a humble Kentucky home, and a tenderness unmatched, woven into every lyric she delivered. From a chilly, coal-dusted miner's home in Paintsville to the dazzling stages of Nashville, Los Angeles, and London, Gayle emerged from hardship. From a childhood cut short, she crafted a narrative where every note bore the burden of perseverance. She transformed subtle quivers into melodies, grief into comfort, and that delicate voice into a connection touching millions of souls. Gayle was never just a performer. She was the essence of enduring gentleness, the woman who boldly straddled the delicate boundary between classic country and contemporary pop. With "Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue," she hushed the world, showing a generation that the heart's deepest pains are often where hope breaks through. Yet beneath the shine were persistent, harsh scars. The artist who comforted the world with her songs grew up in destitution, lost her father far too soon, spent her life in the shadow of the iconic Loretta Lynn, and eventually had to witness her sister, her guide, her confidant, her kindred spirit, fade away forever. Now in her twilight years, this once vibrant emblem of compassion faces the most daunting silence of her existence. A realm where music once offered rescue, but can no longer conceal the anguish her heart has endured. When the spotlights dim and the echoes cease, can the woman who mended the world discover a path to mend herself? Before we trace the complete arc of her life, a tale of sorrow, dignity, resilience, and the cost of legendary status, pause to tap the like button and drop a heart emoji in the comments. A simple act, yet one that sends affection to the woman who voiced the calmest tempests and preserved the grace of tenderness in an overwhelmingly noisy world. Gayle was born Brenda Gayle Webb on January 9, 1951, in Paintsville, Kentucky, a town where cold dust coated windows, clothing, and the fleeting childhoods of kids who matured too quickly. As the youngest of 8 siblings, she entered the world amid the labored breaths of a coal mining father, meager rations, and the constant fight for survival. Her father, Melvin Ted Webb, had toiled in the mines so long that his lungs rasped with black lung disease, a fate everyone knew signaled an inevitable end. When Crystal was 4, the family fled Appalachia, their mountains, their poverty, their sole known home, and relocated to Wabash, Indiana, grasping at slim hopes for his treatment. But in 1959, at just 8 years old, Crystal suffered her first profound heartbreak. Her father passed away quietly, leaving her mother, Clara, to rear the children solo and etching an unfillable void in Crystal's young heart that old miner's dwelling, where adults departed at dawn and returned after dusk, and where siblings raised one another more than parents could. Crystal never enjoyed a true childhood. She once remarked, "I could sing before I could walk," and folks believed it, not for its poetry, but because music was a poor child's sanctuary. In the modest church kitchen on frigid winter days, Crystal's voice emerged like a survival reflex, gentle yet unyielding, fragile yet resilient. Then one night, as her sister Loretta Lynn's voice crackled through their tiny living room on an ancient radio, Crystal's path shifted. Hearing her siblings' familiar Appalachian words, she realized this was her escape from want. But admiration cast a towering shadow. From then on, the town dubbed her Loretta's little sister, as if her fate was destined to circle another's glow. Settling in Indiana, Crystal encountered diverse cultures and musical styles, from gospel, folk, and pop to timeless country, all blending to form her misty, soft, yet profoundly Appalachian tone. She cut demo tapes, performed at church and school gatherings, and at 16, opportunity knocked. With Loretta ill, Crystal filled in at the Grand Ole Opry, singing "Ribbon of Darkness" with a quiet, weighted sorrow that silenced the venue. For the first time, she stood independently, not as Loretta Lynn's sibling, but as Crystal, her voice laden with poverty, loss, tenderness, and pain. That evening, the lights revealed what words couldn't. Music was her calling. And all the trials of her youth, the destitution, her father's death, the struggle under her sister's fame, were merely the prelude to a story that would unfold longer, lovelier, and far more storm-scarred than anyone foresaw. Crystal Gayle's career didn't launch with cheers or brilliant lights. It started with trepidation, the dread of being viewed as a mimic of her sister, the fear of forever lingering in Loretta Lynn's immense shadow. After high school in 1969, she inked her first deal with Loretta's label, Decca Records. From that signature, she knew the journey would be arduous. The label, media, and fans all craved a Loretta replica to sing, pose, and recount Appalachian tales in the style Loretta had perfected into icon status. Even Brenda was deemed unfit. It was Loretta spotting a diner sign that birthed Crystal Gayle, a luminous, gentle name hinting she might author her own tale. But a fresh name couldn't shield her from early hardships. Her debut singles, I've Cried, Everybody Ought to Cry, I Hope You're Having Better Luck Than Me, faced criticism as diluted Loretta echoes. In the studio, Crystal often doubted if her gift was authentic or just a pale reflection of her sister's. This was her most silent, agonizing period, with every article starting the same, Loretta Lynn's little sister, implying her worth derived solely from kinship. Then, in 1974, a pivot occurred. Crystal departed Decca for United Artists Records, a move not just professional, but liberating. There, producer Alan Reynolds saw her not as a sibling shadow, but as a true artist with a silken voice holding unprecedented depth. He urged her to shed Loretta's robust Appalachian style for something softer, sleeker, almost a murmur, the voice that would cement her legacy. Don't sing like Loretta, he said. Sing like you. For the first time, she embraced authenticity. The ensuing tracks, Restless, Wrong Road Again, This Is My Year for Mexico, infused a refined pop country vibe, elegant and contemporary, carving a niche distinct from Loretta's classic realm. In 1976, I'll Get Over You topped country charts, affirming her emergence from obscurity. This wasn't mere success. It was emancipation, proving to all, and herself, that her story wasn't an addendum to another's legend. But her early apex wasn't a trophy or ranking. It was a near-forgotten song, nearly passed to another, that fate delivered to her. In 1977, Richard Lee offered a track for Shirley Bassey, but Reynolds insisted, "This is Crystal's." In one take, she captured "Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue," pouring out a confession from a heart scarred by loss. Light, tender, mournful, yet crystalline. Upon release, Nashville paused. It claimed country #1, Billboard Hot 100 #2, went global, and positioned Crystal as a seamless country pop crossover that reversed everything. From dismissed Kentucky girl to worldwide star, doors flew open, grand venues, accolades, TV spots. Yet unseen was her initial quaking, for she remained the 8-year-old orphan, the sidelined sister, the woman who silently battled for identity, not as Loretta's kin. This was just the dawn of a luminous yet pain-laced odyssey. After escaping her sister's shadow and claiming her voice, Crystal Gayle entered an era where Nashville and Hollywood couldn't ignore her. The late 1970s unfolded like destiny when Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue graced airwaves. Few grasped they heard a voice destined for musical immortality. It didn't just dominate country, it transcended borders, defying limits on an Appalachian artist. Topping Billboard's Hot 100 Top 5, earning a Grammy, achieving worldwide acclaim. It elevated her among history's elite crossovers. More than a tune, it was a cultural milestone. Audiences in the US, UK, Canada, Australia, Japan, and Europe discovered Crystal via those wistful brown eyes. Under lights, her cascading hair silenced rooms, birthing an icon. From 1977 to mid-1980s, she embodied country pop's heart. Radiant, elegant, gentle, unyielding. Hits like Talking in Your Sleep, Half the Way, Ready for the Times to Get Better. Why Have You Left the One You Left Me For? Each bore her whispery confessions, turning pain into tangible light. In studios, she murmured intimate truths. On stage, she glided like silk, graceful, captivating. No theatrics needed, her floor-length hair alone entranced. Her reign reshaped Nashville's soundscape. Pre-Crystal, country was rugged, earthy, mountain-rooted. With Reynolds, she infused pop, softening edges, broadening appeal, universalizing it. She didn't just thrive. She forged modern country pop, paving ways for Shania Twain, Faith Hill, Trisha Yearwood, Martina McBride. From 1980 to 1985, her trajectory soared. Her Eddie Rabbitt duet, You and I, soundtracked weddings for generations. Shows sold out instantly. She graced major TV, awards, broadcasts. Her voice haunted late-night radios, quiet homes, truck cabs, seeking souls. Nashville hailed her as uncrowned royalty. Aspiring artists chased her blend, pop country light, yet none matched her soulful elegance. Crystal evolved. Jazz, nostalgia, inspirational, standards albums like Someday sings the heart and soul of Hoagie Carmichael. Each showed her voice's fluidity, clear wherever it flowed. Accolades piled. Grammys, AMAs, CMAs, ACMs, Hollywood Walk of Fame star, 2017 Opry induction. But respect stemmed from her soft heart in a cutthroat industry. No scandals, no clamor. She embodied gentle resilience, guiding women in a harsh field that in her zenith. Crystal symbolized a lifestyle, soft yet strong, quiet yet unbreakable. Seldom has one voice soothed, elevated, healed so many. Her peak wasn't hits alone. It was an epic only she could craft. While the world knows Crystal Gayle for her cascading hair and misty voice, her personal life contrasts quietly with fame. A poignant, hidden chapter is her enduring bond with Bill Gatsamos, met in high school as shy Brenda Webb, singing only in church or her crowded bedroom. Bill, no fame chaser, pursued law at Vanderbilt, a grounded path far from showbiz. Yet his steadiness anchored Crystal from tentative music steps to stardom's heights. They wed in 1971. Bill became not just spouse, but manager, handling deals, tours, logistics, freeing her for music. Backstage, he managed. During births, he paused work for family balance. They synced seamlessly, discreet, drama-free. An insider noted, in Nashville's den, they endured via respect. Crystal said, "We allow breathing room. That's our lifelong secret." With children Catherine, 1983, and Christos, 1986, life deepened simply. She toured but nursed backstage mid-show. "I'd sing, rush to feed, return," she recalled. Post-second child, she halted tours to parent fully, rejecting others raising them. She shielded them from fame's shadow, fostering normalcy. Dinners, homework, birthdays. Tours sometimes included family, homework amid buses. Older, they settled in quiet Nashville, away from prying eyes. Catherine chose seclusion. Christos produced music, co-creating Crystal's 2019 You Don't Know Me. Studio time with her son, a once global singer and her backstage child, was life's rare boon. Their unshowy family bonds like warm Appalachian timber under sunset. Crystal's simplicity defies legend status. Self-cooking, avoiding junk, favoring roast chicken, veggies, fruit. Offstage, sweaters and jeans, hair integral, not gimmicky. Evenings, piano, old records, Loretta photos, route reminders. Lately, Tennessee hosts her quiet hills, ideal for one versed in light and shadow. Neighbors describe her as private, polite, unhurried, fame-weary, choosing distance. Post Loretta's 2022 death, Crystal retreated deeper, cherishing Bill, kids, grandkids, lulling them with ancestral songs. Trophies fade, family endures. No scandals marred her, quiet tragedies cut deeper. Father's loss, shadow living, introvert's isolation, sister's irreplaceable void. Unpublicized, they scarred indelibly, music healing incompletely. Today, rare stages see her notes dialogue with loved ones, absent included. She sings from a heart depleted yet loving. Crystal's legacy transcends records, hits, dust-covered awards. It's her gentle sound, clear as spring water, deep as unspoken memories. When 1970s country was raw and dusty, Crystal brought soft wind, smooth, hopeful sorrow. She bridged country to pop and soul loss. Don't it make my brown eyes blue, taught subtlety. A note's quake, gentleness is might. Post-Crystal, Nashville freed female artists. Twain, Hill, Yearwood, Underwood, Musgraves tread her trail, blending tradition mainstream. Beyond music, her hair iconized films, TV, fashion, symbolizing steadfastness amid change. She proved legend via softness, no shock needed, privacy her hallmark, earning utmost respect, her truest legacy. Listeners' midnight refuge, unfinished loves, chaotic youths needing lullabies. Crystal guarded generations' emotions humbly, no nostalgia exploitation. Thus, Rolling Stone listed her top 100 country artists, CMT among 40 influential women. Opry inducted her belatedly for spectacle-free brilliance. AS songs persist. Youth rediscover Brown Eyes Blue. Artists cite her. Legacies in quiet endurance, not noise. Crystal never sought centrality, yet became music's guiding star. Like her resilient hair, her influence flows through time, memory, hearts silenced by her silken Appalachian sweetness. True legends become eternal sound. Today, Crystal Gayle embraces a life inverted from her peak. Serene, unhurried, reflective. No flights, no hair-sweeping lights, no teenage Nashville chase. Just a woman wise to peace's triumph. She dwells in Wabash's 7,000 plus SQ foot home with Bill. 18-foot ceilings, redwood hearth, glass to sunlit 6-acre garden. A sanctuary for post-road breathing. Bill, her 1971 handholder, from law student to milestone manager, remains her core. Now aging, they share cooking, drives, porch wins, treasures for a spotlight veteran. Adult children Catherine and Christos live privately. Christos, musical kin, co-produced 2019's reflective You Don't Know Me. A fan gift, not chart-chaser.as grandmother. She bakes, shares melodies, hums lineage tunes, precious beyond awards. Post Loretta's passing, months of silence, grief ebbed, refilled. Fewer shows, memory-focused interviews. Performances follow her pace, nothing to prove. Rare Tennessee theater nights, silver hair under lights, warmer voice. Gentle smiles, Loretta whispers, she's listening. Audiences sense, she sings for reconnection, self-healing, memory-keeping. Beyond, peace pursuits. Books, pottery decor, garden walks, simple meals, decades voice health regimen. Public sightings rare, but life's engaged. Light living sans media, chaos competition, earned freedom. Crystal's no longer hair icon superstar. She's poverty fame loss survivor, tenderness intact in eyes that hushed worlds. A weathered yet firm life, quiet, graceful, gentle, as her songs. Reflecting on Crystal Gayle's path, we see beyond music's half-century, a life of jagged turns testing sturdiest souls. Coal-dusted poverty childhood, father's untimely death, copy labels, endless stages, deepest, sister's hollowing loss. Yet she stands gentle, singing, smiling, breeze soft, hiding unsteady lifetimes that Crystal's legend, sorrow-born, withstanding unglamorous trials, answering wounds with melody, not rage. Now, she seeks peace, family, memories, Loretta's echo unfading. In quiet, she shines deeply, touchingly, music immortal via truth, not volume. Her heart overflowed unseen. That honesty etches eternal legacy. Rehearing, don't it make my brown eyes blue? We hear youth, wounds, needed comfort, silhouette of underestimated softness through storms. Crystal, unbroken gentleness, unspoken things, suffered heart strength. Before departing, comment a heart emoji. Thanks to her storm-singing peacebringer. For more beautiful, painful, gentle, merciless tales, like subscribe. Legends like Crystal echo in willing hearts.